I'm Gabby Lamb.
And I'm Harper-Rose Drummond.
And you're listening to Tea Time, where we talk about the nastiest, dirtiest,
naughtiest, wildest secrets.
Enjoy.
Okay, you guys, we have a big announcement. We're doing a live Tea Time podcast June 3rd. That's the first Friday in June. The doors are at 9. The show is at 9:30, and we're having it at Third Wheel in East Hollywood.
The prompt is going to be secrets. So if you guys want to email us your secrets, go ahead, start it up. We're going to do a live audience interaction with advice. So if you want some advice from us, please email it to us. We will get to it on the live show.
June 3rd, doors at 9, show at 9:30.
Email us at teatimestories42069@gmail.com. Use live show in the subject.
See you June 3rd.
In 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome to Patreon. We wanted to have a race so you could say it first. I think I won.
So you tell us who. I think Gabby did lose.
No, I won.
And I think Gabby lost. But so thank you guys for listening. And we have a Patreon. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but we have this thing called Patreon. And
subscribe to it. It's $5 a month.
$5 a month. And we do an extra episode. So it's like $5 for 4 episodes. You do the math on that.
You do the math.
1 + 1 + 1 equals, I think, 4. And then it's $5. And then and guess what? We give hot takes on there. We kind of
prank phone call people.
We shave different parts of each other's bodies on there. And it's not the parts you would think. And we also tie-dye certain things.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah.
Last week we pierced Lee's taint. Bing bong.
Bing bong, bing bong.
It was very wild.
Lee said in the Patreon episode today, he like shoved some shit up his asshole. He said he's gonna show it on the podcast.
Yeah, and he said, I know I said I was gonna shove frozen strawberries, but I found a new fruit.
And he won't tell us what it is. So we're excited to see this on the Patreon.
Lee tried to wink, but then he just blinked. And so it was kind of embarrassing. So if you guys want to see that, head on over to the Patreon, brother.
We've got lots of fun things over there. Bye.
Bye.
And that's patreon.com/teatime42069.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time, starring me, your hosts, Ted Cruz.
And it's me.
Fuck. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No. Okay, it's Ted Cruz and Rosie O'Donnell. Fuck, why couldn't I think of a politician?
I couldn't think of anyone. That's why I was staring at you blankly for like 25 seconds.
I thought we were listening to Lee's Neighbors Fuck.
Well, we thought I was doing that, and then I was also trying to think of somebody. You could have said Mitch McConnell. We said him, though, I think.
No, you always list him as an example of someone I can say. You're like, you could have said Mitch McConnell. And then every single episode, it's like...
I do believe that is untrue.
I think you've said it one time. But
Probably.
All I know is it's Ted Cruz and I guess Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell's a fine one.
Kind of like a meeting of the minds, a mind meld, if you will.
Yeah, you could be Roseanne Barr.
I couldn't be her.
Okay, you could be Kathy. I'm Kathy Bates. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time. I am your host, Kathy Bates.
And it's me, the other host, Jodie Foster.
All right.
Hey.
In this episode, so if I'm Kathy Bates, then you're the guy trying to break my ankles because you want me to keep writing chapters of the book.
Okay.
And that is kind of the energy. That's in Misery.
That's in Misery. And then Kathy Bates also did one with Jodie Foster. Aren't they also in the woods?
I don't know.
Okay.
So you do give very much that energy of the guy who ties her to the bed and breaks her knees with the
no. What is it? Kathy Bates ties the guy to the bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates does that?
Yes. You big freak.
I thought Kathy Bates was the one who was tied to the bed. I thought she was the author. No, that's just
because you have a victim complex. No, Kathy Bates is the big bad wolf in that.
Seriously?
He gets in a car accident.
Of course, the man is the author. Come on.
Okay. All right, now Lee is triggering me.
I'm all turned around right now.
Yeah, you honestly are. So let's get into it. You guys, today's episode is...
Biggest fears.
Biggest fears. You guys have been saying that we don't read your stories. That's painfully untrue.
We want to talk about this up top because, we are getting people leaving messages saying like, you guys aren't reading, you didn't read my story, sad face. And I get it. You put time into writing out these stories and blah, blah, blah. And, if we don't get to them, I know that can feel disappointing, but it's not personal. It's just that we have a lot of fucking stories and we kind of just go like one by one, like whatever comes first, you know, we just go through the deck. So if yours doesn't make it, it's not personal.
Also, something kind of cute, if you want to think about it like this, which I encourage you to do so, is when we were first doing this podcast, we didn't have enough stories. And so, Honk and I would just kind of shoot the shit up top for 30 and then dive into the stories. And now so many of you guys are writing in. It's so beautiful, but, you know, to see the podcast growing. But because so many of you guys are writing in, that means we don't get to all of them.
Yeah. And we also want to get to as many as we can. So,
and then we also read a lot of them on Patreon.
We do read a lot of them on Patreon. So
honk my tits and call me Jodie Foster.
Right.
Today's episode, is biggest fears.
Today's episode is sponsored by I got Botox today for the first time. So I'm going to do everything in my power to not move my face that very much so I don't mess up my fucking beautiful Botox. That's really it.
And that's truly it.
I think Harper gets Botox, but she's lying about it because there's no fucking way a bitch in hell does not have a single wrinkle on her forehead.
I do have wrinkles on my fucking forehead.
Your forehead literally looks like somebody with Botox.
Okay, well, it's called, I put sunscreen on every single fucking day.
Yeah, and it's
even on cloudy days.
Yeah, and I didn't
and you put on fucking like oil before you go outside. So you just got to mix it up.
Unfortunately, that is true. For many years of my life, I did just put on straight up tanning oil on my face, ruined my skin. So now you got your bitch out here looking 71 at the ripe age of 30.
At the ripe age of 30. Well, here's the thing. The second I can afford Botox, I feel like I have fucking jowls. Every time I watch this podcast or like see like the clips from it, I just feel like my skin is like sagging off my face to the bone.
Well, yeah, it absolutely is. And that is a good idea.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Thank you for the honesty. And I will be getting, I don't know, a facelift.
A facelift is great.
I want whatever Kris Jenner has. I want that lizard face. That gorgeous, gorgeous lizard face.
She does have that gorgeous lizard face. I also went into Honker's room today and she had some like chin holsters, if you will.
My mom sent me those.
Interesting.
And you sleep in them. Because my brother's always telling me that I have a double chin and I'm like, okay.
Okay, well, your brother's a fucking bald rapist.
Fuck off.
Just for the sake of the podcast, he's not really a rapist.
Yes, if any law firm that was trying to hire my brother so happens to listen to this, he is not actually a rapist. But
I have some shit in my fucking eye. It's really pissing me off.
Okay, it's probably one of those fucking eyelashes.
I know. I'm getting them done tomorrow.
I tried something new.
What'd you try?
Well, just
the fuck is that?
Classic man, always trying to silence the women.
I know he did that on purpose.
Yeah, we said okay,
because he needed attention.
Right and tight, and he said, "Oh, you want to keep it right and tight?"
Yeah. And he said, "Let me refocus the energy on
your
me a little bit."
Your neighbors are fucking. You're fucking me off.
I turned the ringer on so you guys can get here.
Oh, what?
It's for you. It's all for you.
Okay, gorgeous.
Okay, I can't. Okay, I feel like we've caught up enough. I feel like we should get into the episode.
Yeah, okay. Biggest fears. Thank you guys again so much for your emails, and hopefully we can get to as many as we can. Don't lose hope if we don't read yours. We love them. Please keep submitting.
No, if we don't read yours, it is a personal attack. Do not write in again.
Okay, so here we go. Hello. My biggest fear is being murdered in my own home. Raped too.
Sorry.
Raped too before the murder. Little dinner and dessert.
Yeah.
This fear started when I was about 8, and my mom let me watch true crime stories on the investigative Discovery Channel. This fear has resulted, okay, that's honestly kind of low-key child abuse. This fear has resulted in a ton of super violent dreams, one of which was a fever dream that I thought was real life. Looking back, it was some super creative sleep paralysis bullshit. I hate my brain. Since I live alone now, I'm an early 20s woman, very vulnerable. That's a vulnerable age to be.
That's when they're trying to come and rape you the most.
Oh God, yeah.
From ages probably like 12 to like 22.
Yeah, it's when you're most vulnerable.
For the rape. Gabby and I'm 29. She's 30. No one's trying to kidnap and rape us anymore.
Nobody wants to rape me anymore.
We made it out. We made it out.
Okay, it's really truly so awful that I just said that. The fear. Also, sorry if this is just heightening your fucking fear. It's all in jest. I hope you know that.
But it could happen, so lock your doors.
So the fear has gotten much worse. Sometimes I can't sleep. I'm really trying so hard not to move any muscle in my face.
Okay, just read. Come on.
Okay. Sometimes I can't sleep because I'll hear a squirrel or some shit move outside and I instantly become paralyzed and freak the fuck out. One time, I stood outside my window for like 20 minutes, just looking in the dark for a lurking man. It's always a man. Am I right, ladies? Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe Harper just said that about 45 seconds ago in reference to Lee. I can't listen to true crime stuff so much anymore because it fucks my brain all the way up and the fear just gets worse. My cat doesn't help because this bitch will go downstairs at night while I'm sleeping and make so much fucking noise. I cry a lot over the fear because I'm sick of feeling so powerless and weak. I've talked to my therapist about getting a gun, but she said that was a bad idea. I just want to be able to kill a motherfucker in my home before they can kill me. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a good idea.
I have something to say after.
I don't want to take medication for sleeping. The fear pops up at 9 p.m. on the dot every night because I feel like my anxiety keeps me safe by making me sleep really lightly. So I'll wake up if anyone is breaking into my house. I feel like I must have been brutally murdered in a past life because I feel the shit in my whole body. I sound like a fucking psychopath, but men are scary. I work out and try to be strong, but I just know I'd be overpowered in 5 fucking seconds. Anyway, thanks for letting me share my fear. If you even read it, LOL. Guess what? We read it.
Guess what, sis? We fucking read the shit out of that right up top. Here's the thing. When I used to live alone, I kind of was like, because at first, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And not in a mean way, but I was slightly judging you, just like, all right, it's kind of giving anxiety disorder, paranoia. But when I
It definitely is anxiety disorder.
100%. But when I lived alone, that's honestly how I was. There would be times where I was afraid to go into my apartment because I convinced myself that there was someone hiding under the bed in my studio. And I would like have to like call my friend on FaceTime and like, venture into my studio. So like I get being really afraid, but it definitely is just your anxiety like running away from you.
It is. It's heightened anxiety.
And when you are that anxious, that's why I think if you were more level, I'm not trying to be mean, but I just feel like if you were more like level headed, that sounds mean.
Jesus Christ.
I know. But do you see what I'm trying to say?
No, no, I don't. But I think
gorgeous. Well, no, okay. Because I think if you are here's what I'm trying to say. I think if you are that anxious, that's why I don't think getting a gun is a good idea because I'm afraid you're just going to like fucking pop it off.
Yeah.
The second you get afraid. I think you need to be way more like calm.
Yeah.
To have, if you're going to have a gun.
Because obviously I'm sure that your rational brain like knows that the chances of this happening are pretty low. But when you become like hyper engaged with your like paranoia and like those thoughts, it's like all you can focus on. And seeing that from a young age is, I'm sure,
my mom
really affected you, obviously.
Yeah, well, truly. Well, my mom used to like wake me up for school, like elementary school at like 7 a.m. like, hey, sweetie, good morning. A little girl was just rammed to death by her father with the car because she talked back. So just be careful. There's crazies everywhere.
Horrendous.
Okay. Or like, hey, good morning. A woman was just stabbed walking home from school. Stay safe out there. I'm like, what is this doing?
Well,
I don't want to know this.
Also good for you. What the fuck was I going to say good for you too? You know, I completely forgot my
For staying alive? Because that
good
is
for you for staying alive. I feel like I must have been brutally murdered in a past life. I got a past life reading and they said that I was also brutally murdered and raped. And that's why I have a hard time being
like gang raped, wasn't it?
Gang raped, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gang raped in a past life according to this.
Because you were a witch?
Supposedly a witch. This happened twice. And I was lit on I was lit on fire in one of my past lives, said the psychic. And he said that's why I have such a hard time being like around men. Because ladies, am I right?
My mom used to tell my sister that they steal the blonde-haired, blue-eyed ones first.
They do.
That is true.
They do steal the blonde-eyed, blue-haired ones first.
Yeah. Okay. I honestly can't. All right.
Yeah, so watch out. We don't know what race you are, what color your hair is, but I would just make sure, like, are you desirable?
Okay, that
I'm just kidding.
Was some eugenics.
That was shit. No, I didn't. But I didn't say that blue-eyed blonde hair were the desirable ones. That was just according to Lee. Well, it could be you could be a brown-eyed girl with brown hair, and that could be somebody's real taste.
All right, I think that was a Ted Bundy thing. Moved on from this.
No, okay, hold on, because I have some more stuff to say.
Okay, well, all right, come on.
The true crime shit. Yeah. Don't listen to that.
Thank God you got that in. Thank God.
Sorry you feel that way. That's scary. Don't watch true crime shit. but also your mind is playing tricks on you. And maybe it would be worth talking to somebody about you. Well, you already said that, but getting on an anti-anxiety. You're probably not going to be murdered.
Yeah, because every night at 9, this is it's a lot. Now watch us talk you down off the ledge, and then
okay, this was really the worst thing we could have started off with. All we did was just instill more fear in this woman.
I'm just saying, it's like, like I feel like this is also just how it goes. But also at the end of the day, if like this is what happens to you, it is on God's plan.
It is God's plan. Oh, here's what I was going to say. I had this really, it's not even worth saying, but anyway, when I was really little, I remember hearing stories about like a backseat slasher.
Yes.
Somebody who would somebody fucking breaking into a car and waiting in the back of your car with a knife. And every time I get into my car at night, I have that thought of like, is there a backseat slasher in my car?
When I first got a car, I only had a car for like a year or two, but I was always convinced that someone was going to like slash my Achilles heel or my Achilles tendon, whatever it's called. And so I'd always like check under the car, and then I would always look in the back seat. The first thing I did when I got in the car, because I was always so afraid.
I still have irrational fears of being shot. Like every time I go out, I think about being gunned down.
Yeah, but like you can survive a shooting. Okay, greetings, Honks and Lee, LOL. Okay. Love the pod. The both of you are hilarious. Definitely going to be at you guys' next show.
Fuck yeah.
I was at the yard show and it was so much fun. I'm the girl with the blue, green, blonde hair who came up to y'all after to gush about how much I love the pod. Oh my God, I remember you. That was really cute. Real quick, off to...
Oh God. Yes.
Real quick, off topic side note. I think Harper's dad came up to me after the show and said I looked like Harley Quinn and that I was so pleasing to look at, which I assumed
What?
Which I assumed was a compliment, but it was also
So
random as hell.
pleasing to look at.
LOL. Well, my family is horny, and I'm sorry for that. And both my dad and my brother are legally bald, so don't worry about them. I'm sorry that he said that. He's a big Marvel fan, or whatever the fuck Harley Quinn is, and that is truly
You know, go get your dad, Honk.
Okay, yeah, we're getting a fucking muzzle and a leash for him because he is a fucking dog who needs to be locked up. Sorry, that's honestly my biggest fear is having my dad go out in public and talk to people. So we're living it and we're surviving it and we're facing it.
Yeah, we are.
Anyways, I just thought it would be fun to share. It wasn't for me, but I'm glad it was fun for you. To share that before getting to the point of this email, which is my biggest fear. Children/motherhood. Like I'm dead ass afraid of ever having kids because my parents fucked me up so bad. I've watched my mother turn into a version of her own, and I fear that if I have kids, the same thing will happen to me. I'm actually so afraid I'll end up being a terrible parent. Not only that, but even the idea of pregnancy terrifies me. Like if you really think about it, babies are fucking parasites for a whole 9 months of your life. I've also heard of some insane shit happening to women as a result of pregnancy, i.e. becoming allergic to your own skin for one. Yeah, fucking wild, right? Right. Of course, I would never judge or shame anyone who wants to bear children or to be a parent. Like, you do this, you do you, home skillet, but it's personally one of my worst fears, LOL. Maybe it's irrational. But what do y'all think? If you end up reading this on the pod, thank you so much. I almost read your name because I was just on a roll, but didn't read your name. It's anonymous, and you're welcome for reading this. Sorry about my dad. Yikes, we all have our fears, sweetie. But as far as children and motherhood, I think that's very rational, especially if like you had like a rocky home life.
I think a lot of women, I've heard of this before of women having genuine fears, pregnancy fears. It's like a real fucking thing. I don't relate to that whatsoever.
When I was in high school, I used to have dreams of me dying while giving birth, and then I would wake up as I was dying.
Maybe you died in a past life giving birth.
I need to fucking make an appointment with Thomas Dale and fucking get to the bottom of this.
There's a psychic that told me I was burned at the stake and then raped brutally and left to die.
Yeah, I want to know my backstory. Watch it just like, you made a lot of cookies in your past life. I'm like, okay. But no, I think actually a good amount of the stories that were sent over were like pregnancy or motherhood fears.
Yeah, that's an interesting fear. I do not have that at all. I get I have like a fear, like an existential fear of like having children, because I'm like, what kind of world would I be leaving them in?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have like the fear of pregnancy or anything. I guess when you really think about it, it's pretty fucking scary.
It is scary.
You're fucking pussy ripping and pushing out. Ugh!
You know
pushing
what?
out a
You know
head.
what I'm fucking afraid of? Because no one talks about this either.
Yeah,
no
you
one
do.
fucking talks about this, especially the like Instagram
Shit all
moms,
over
like,
them.
my beautiful baby. It's like, okay, well, what about you shit on the floor in front of your doctor and your fucking man or whoever
How
the
about
fuck
when that baby comes out, it comes slip and sliding in your own shit out of your pussy hole?
God, that's my and then okay, my
It is.
friend
It's a slip and slide of shit.
yeah, and my friend who had a kid described it as her vagina looking or turning into carne asada pussy meat because that baby fucking paper shredded that vag up. Now, I don't know if I want that.
I'm good on the carne asada pussy, boy.
See, and that's why you fucking just handmaiden tail it and you just get a surrogate because, honey, I can't.
That's what Elon Musk just did.
Did he really?
Yeah, and Grimes.
Oh, they had another one.
They had another one. They had a girl through a
Oh my
surrogate.
God. Have y'all been listening to the fucking, okay, no, this is what this
No.
podcast is about, but it's Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard again because he tried it in the UK.
Funny that you bring this up.
Didn't work. Now he's doing it again over here. And all of this tea is coming out. And apparently like Elon Musk had a threesome with Cara Delevingne and
What?
Amber Heard. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Really?
He stays fucking these blonde famous women. I can't.
Really? Okay,
Elon has
Elon.
some weird dick. You can just tell.
Would
But
you fuck him?
Well,
How do you even say no?
Here's the thing.
Immediately.
I'm not proud of it, but I would fuck him
Actually,
because it would be funny.
it would be a wild thing to be like, I fucked
Not
Elon
multiple
Musk.
times. I don't even care if it would be good.
Do you
It
think-
wouldn't be good, but like I would fuck him once just for the story.
Big dick or small dick? What do you think?
Interesting.
Circumcised or uncircumcised?
I think uncircumcised.
I see. I'm thinking circumcised.
Really, but he's from South Africa.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
South Africa.
I was actually pretty good.
That was good.
Thank you.
What if he lays pipe?
He might.
Like just lays it down.
He
I
fucking
mean, he
might.
stays porking all these girls, so but I
He's
mean,
also
sometimes
the
that doesn't
man's-
mean anything.
He's also the richest man in the world, so obviously he stays porking these women.
yeah.
What's your take on the Johnny Depp thing?
I think he needs.
Boring.
I'm gonna get canceled. I think he needs to let it go.
Really? She fucked him out of a Harry Potter movie.
Okay.
She fucked him out of a lot of money. If these accusations are false, she fucked him out of a lot of fucking money.
Here's the thing. I have no doubt that she did. Amber,
Here's the thing. I couldn't be more bored listening to this.
why?
Because it's so, first of all, you're fake. When we were at home, you brought up the Johnny Depp thing, and I was like, literally so boring. And you're like, oh my God, yeah, I agree. And
Okay,
now
I
you're
didn't.
coming in
Actually,
hot.
that
Now
never
you're-
happened. Now you're lying,
now
just
you're
like the
coming in
fucking
hot. Now you're coming
no.
in hot.
Now because you're fucking lying, just about like the fucking Doritos.
You're coming in
I
hot.
fucking tried to tell you, and you said you don't care, and I said yeah, okay, and I
And
said
then you said, I don't care either. You said, yeah,
and that's what I'm saying to Lee. I think he needs to drop it. So I am being real. So shut the fuck up because
It's-
it honestly is fucking annoying that he keeps he already lost once. Sorry to Johnny, and you're gonna lose again because society doesn't care when men get physically assaulted. Now I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying it is what it is by a woman.
Yeah,
Okay,
but-
so let's get back to the stories because that was truly, I mean,
Okay,
it's just
Gabby,
like-
your breath is kind of bad. So let's go.
all right. A hoe's biggest fear. Honk. My biggest
just kidding
fear.
you.
This is literally about
It's
you.
literally you.
I feel like you wrote this one in.
Okay.
My biggest fear. My
Fuck
biggest.
off.
My biggest fear. My biggest fear is that my dad or one of my exes will happen to go to the strip club I work at and see me walking on top of the bar with my titties out, shaking ass, and having a bunch of men put dollars in my G-string. Literally my biggest fear. Also, tornadoes. If you guys ever run out of prompts, please do a strip club stories week. I swear to God, the stories would be chef's kiss. I do agree with that. I feel like that would be a really fun one. I just don't know how many people would have like interesting strip club stories.
Let's wait for this podcast to grow a little more.
Yeah. Because I would love to hear stories from strippers.
Oh, I would love to. Yeah.
I think we've heard a few stories from strippers. I think we have some
Do you think we have
strippers.
enough stripper listeners?
Sound off. Let us know.
Okay.
Let us know, DM us or email us telling us that you're a stripper. Okay, so that is a scary fear, having your dad walk into the strip club.
Okay. Yes, but no. Because here's the thing. It's going to be uncomfortable for sure. But then it's just like ripping a Band-Aid off. It's going to be like, oh, awkward. But then also maybe it would make him stop going.
What if it made him keep going?
What if he was like, damn, my daughter has tits like that?
Yeah, what if he was like, damn, my
Every
daughter,
night.
my
Let me
daughter
get
has
that
a
work
pussy-
schedule.
My daughter has a pussy and tits just like her mom. Mommy's little girl.
Oh. Yeah, Gab.
Yeah.
That was a really good point.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Tornadoes-
Thanks for sharing, girl.
Tornadoes are also very fucking scary. We've never really had to face that fear because of California.
Mm-hmm.
But that is, I remember seeing Wizard of Oz when I was little and being like,
Yes.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you ever kind of crave fear?
Yes, because I think it's like I think we're broken in a unique way, and we like crave adrenaline, and I think you get like an adrenaline rush with fear.
Do you think it's
sometimes.
broken though? I feel like it's just like, I think it's like primal thing to like, have adrenaline for fear. Like it's kind of the thing. Like
I
it's
think
kind
if
of like
you
how
like it, I think it's a little broken. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I have like a lot of friends that won't watch scary movies because they don't like that feeling of fear.
Oh,
and
yeah, okay, that's a good point.
I crave that feeling. I love being scared. Like I've been watching that show Severance, and that's been scaring the shit out of me. And like I love that feeling.
Yeah, I do. I love scary shit.
I love watching scary shit alone too because it's extra fucked up.
It is but it is kind of fun, like being afraid.
No, definitely. But I'm just letting you know I don't think that's normal, even though we both do it.
Okay. Next up, Honk.
Okay.
We're plowing through these today, guys. We want to get to all of you.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of you wrote in about pregnancy, and a lot of you kind of said the same thing. And so I'm like looking for.
Really?
Yeah, I got a lot of pregnancy ones. Okay. Hey, first of all, if this makes it on the main pod, okay, not everyone being a cuck, we're gonna read your stories. I love you.
Come on, guys.
Okay. Hey, first of all,
if it makes it on the main pod.
if you're not, that's how I read it when you talk like that. Okay. If you're not on Patreon, like what the fuck? It's somehow more unhinged and hilarious than the regular pod. So get on that.
It really is.
Okay. Thank you for
Promoting
the
our
Patreon ad.
Patreon,
That's what
yeah.
the fuck I'm talking about. And it is more unhinged and hilarious.
Fucking unhinged.
Next, I never have anything to say for these prompts because everyone is so fucking funny, but I saw this prompt and I knew it was my time to shine. Mostly because it's so bizarre and now a secret because everyone thinks it's like funny to harass me about it. I have a deep phobia / fear of oversized office supplies.
No!
Seeing a giant binder clip, tack, paperclip, anything that's more than medium makes me totally panic and even get sick to my stomach. And it's now a secret because people, when I've asked to not see these office supplies, dickheads they think it isn't real and leave me giant objects on my desk.
I would do the same thing.
Not
I'm a piece of
objects,
shit.
office supplies. It's so fucked up. I work in an office, so now I don't tell anyone, but I have to be very careful about going fucking in and out because of their fucking giant ass safety pins on their fucking uniforms.
Shut up. Shut.
I've had to stop eating and leave when they come close to me to clean the table. Yes, it's weird. Yes, it's fucked up, but like whatever. I'm never telling anyone this again because it's honestly so bizarre. Anyway, keep up the amazing pod and subscribe to Patreon. And also I'm extra gagged because they wrote under like an anonymous because a lot of y'all write in under your main email so we see your name. Obviously, we don't say it, but this person like even hid their name from their email because they're like, you're not
sending big
you're
objects
not tracing
to me.
this back to me because I have a very immature desire to send you like a massive
Well, of
folder
course.
and wrap you up like a little burrito.
As soon as you said that, I was like, I would be the bully. I would be that fucking office bully who would leave the giant things on the desk because for my own fucking sick pleasure, I think it's so funny and I wouldn't take you seriously.
I wouldn't.
And that's so fucking awful of me.
Oh my God. Wait, this actually pertains to this. We're going to touch on this in 1 second, but my dad was just telling me that a guy was saying he had a fear of birthday parties. And so he told everyone in his office, hey, don't throw me a birthday party.
No.
I really don't like it. And then they I guess there was a new manager and she threw him a birthday party because she forgot or didn't know. And he started hugging himself like this.
No.
And then had to like leave and go sit in his car and cried and then didn't come back to work. And then the manager called him and was like, hey, look, like we didn't know and we didn't know it was this serious. Like come back. And he's like, no, you made me feel unsafe. And then sued the company and got $400,000.
Okay, so that's honestly a good idea.
So Mr. Paperclip or Miss Paperclip, whoever you are, you should honestly sue.
You should. Wait, because it's like with things like that, it's like, where the fuck does that stem from?
I think phobias are so interesting. They're kind of like kinks.
They are.
It's really fascinating. I don't know exactly how they come about. Sometimes they're hereditary.
Right.
Sometimes they do come from a past trauma.
They can be hereditary. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, I had a former friend.
Speaking of fucking fear, that movie Hereditary was fucking scary.
That was fucking horrifying. No, that was psychologically damaging, and I fucking loved it. But I had a friend that was so afraid of snakes. Even if you just said the word snake, she would like flinch, like as if you would have hit her.
I remember so fucking funny watching like Mari or something.
Yes,
when I was younger, and they would have the episodes where people had like fears, and there was this one episode of somebody who was, oh God, it was so funny. It was afraid of chickens. And so they bring the person out onto stage, and then they have all the TV screens set up, and they're just like playing videos of chickens, and the person's just like losing their mind. They get up and they run backstage, and then somebody comes out in a fucking chicken suit.
Oh my God.
And is like dancing around them. And it's just so fucked that we just exploit people like
we
this.
do. Well, because especially like when
menaces,
when fears are like that, we just think like, oh, it's goofy, it's silly, but like it truly is dark for some people. And also people with OCD, they sometimes develop like irrational fears. Like I knew someone who had a fear or like an OCD trigger for doorways, and he had to do exposure therapy. And like with the chicken thing, and with I guess the fucking paper clips or whatever, the safety pins, like you can do exposure therapy, but doing like the Mori way where you just like go all at once, that's actually going to be way more damaging and intensify the phobia. It's not making it better, but like, I mean, I guess it's funny to watch, but I don't know. You're watching someone truly in pain. So it's like, it's not that funny.
But it is funny it is in theory funny to think of somebody being that afraid of chickens.
Or
grapes,
big paper clips or big.
Although, I do have on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the biggest fear, I would say I'm at about a 5, 6.5 fear of balloons.
Yes, Honky, you do. And I thought you were kidding at first. When I first moved in with Honk back in 2020, I moved in close to your birthday. And then your birthday was coming, and I remember Joy and I, y'all know Joy. Oh, we were going to. Y'all know her. You love her. Come to the live show and you can meet her. But we,
Miss Grilled Cheese,
Miss GC. But we were going to like get you a cake or something, and I was like, "Oh, balloons!" And she's like, "Oh, Gabby doesn't really like balloons."
Really? She remember that?
Yeah.
And the ones that I like are like the big aluminum ones, but it's when it's like just like the little regular, basic balloons.
You are like a little cat, because I feel like cats don't like balloons.
They fucking scare me, and I hate when people come in and just pop them. I'm like, no, quit! I cannot with the fucking popping of balloons. That's why I'm afraid of them. Because this loud noise.
Okay, that's like I guess you could say an irrational. Yeah, okay, so it's like not necessarily the balloon, it's the noise from the balloon.
It's that it might explode, and I'll be sitting next to it, and it'll just like freak the shit out of me. I hate it. My fear, like, I'm sure we have like, you could have like deep fears and whatever, but if we're talking just like, phobias that don't quite make sense.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly where this comes from, but I have such an intense fear of moths, like cockroaches, spiders, crickets. I don't give a fuck. You could put like a snake on my face. I'm not gonna like it, but I truly don't care. Mice, don't give a fuck. Raped already happened to me. Okay, I survived.
You say this every episode.
Yeah, boom. I'm honestly bored. Here's the thing, moths though. I'm so fucking terrified of moths. I will fucking cry if a moth comes near me. I hate them.
Okay, so...
And I don't even like butterflies,
Would you rather be raped by somebody in a moth suit or suck your dad's dick?
Dad's dick.
No.
I can't do moths.
You would suck and he has to come in your mouth.
Okay, Gabby, you're disgusting.
That's what happens. That's what it is.
You're very disgusting. You have and ill to. And
I'm
twisted.
just saying. Would you rather be raped by somebody in a moth?
Yeah,
a giant moth.
And then I'm gonna come spit it into your mouth. So yes.
So you would rather be raped by a giant moth?
No, not a moth. I'm not doing that. I hate moths.
Okay.
It's not okay.
So you're telling me you're gonna suck and fuck, swallow your dad's cum instead of being raped by a giant moth?
Anyway.
Interesting.
Would you rather be in a room and it's full of balloons being popped?
Yeah.
And it's a huge room.
Yeah.
Tons of popping.
Yeah.
For 24 hours.
Oof, yeah.
Or suck your dad's dick for 3 minutes to completion.
I mean, I would actually rather be in the balloon room.
Really?
Yeah.
That actually
because I'm not as big as a pussy as you are, so I would rather be in the...
I beg to differ, because if you've ever played a game of Truth or Dare with Gabby, biggest pussy in the fucking school.
That was a good callback.
Yeah.
That was a good callback. As they say in the... okay, when I was younger, I had a very, very, very real fear of getting AIDS. And maybe I've talked about it on here.
But I don't think you have.
I was fucking frightened to death of getting AIDS. I had read a bunch of books when I was younger about just like... people getting AIDS and dying. I don't know why. And so I had this irrational fear. And one time it was even before I lost my virginity. So I was like real young, you know?
We know.
Yeah. And I got a vaccine, trigger, just for those of you
Trigger
who,
warning,
who are anti-vax. I got a vaccine and I could have sworn that the nurse gave me a dirty needle, convinced myself that I got AIDS, and kind of just made terms with the fact that I was going to die.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. That's it.
And then when did you outgrow that?
Still haven't.
Yeah.
Still haven't. You just taking it all in or what? You're thinking about sucking your dad's dick.
Sorry, it just
Those-
when
yeah.
Gabby gets me going, y'all. You know it's really hard. We got Miss AIDS, we got Miss Daddy Dick over here.
We've got his eyes glistening, thinking about
I'm
sucking
thinking
off her
about the
dad.
moss. I'm thinking about Gabby's fake AIDS. I can't.
Yeah.
You do seem like someone that would like lie. I don't think you would ever get AIDS, but you do seem like someone that would like lie and make up that you have AIDS.
You think so?
Yeah,
I would peg myself more as
I know you would.
I would peg myself more as the person who would secretly have AIDS and then fuck people and then afterwards be like,
Here's the thing.
what an evil thing to do. I don't mean that.
That was actually really fucked up that you said that, and I don't know
people
why
do that.
I'm
And it's
having a
horrific.
reaction.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. When you were saying that you would secretly keep something with Love and Light, I don't think you can keep a secret, and so
I truly can't.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you ever, besides this podcast, if you ever want to tell me something, don't. I also, again, I don't tell your secrets. So, but anyway, moving on.
whose secrets?
The podcast.
Well, because they're not yours.
Yeah.
know? It's like we just read these and then they're gone.
And then they're gone. So don't worry. I'm not okay. Howdy honks. Quick backstory before I tell you my biggest fear that I've had for a good long while. I'm 31 and have been a mostly functioning alcoholic since I was 19. I've had one DWI. Why do they call them DWIs?
Certain places in the country.
Oh, okay.
Driving while intoxicated.
Oh,
Okay, I'm so dumb. I was like, driving with influence? What's going on?
yeah. Oh, okay. So I've had, I'm going to say it in my lingo. I've had one DUI, even though I should have multiple. I wasn't even feeling drunk when I got it, and I blew a .09. I know, right? They always catch you on the nights when you're not that fucked up.
Oh my God.
.01 over the legal limit, and was also charged with a felony for donkey kicking the cop. A cab. Because like donkey kicking is like from behind, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, God,
wow.
that's so fucking funny.
Wow.
I love the image. That
This is unfortunately sounding like my type. Okay.
Yeah, me too. I've ended up in the hospital about 6 times from blacking out in public. Almost died a couple of times. Got evicted once for passing out in the doorway of my building. LOL. LOL.
LOL.
That's funny. And lost multiple jobs and relationships because of alcohol. I'm currently 17 days sober from booze. Fuck yeah. Keep going. Go to meetings if you can. They really help. This podcast has helped me a lot, so thank you for that. I've been drinking a lot of non-alcoholic beers and about 10 LaCroix a day. I'm a bartender, so not drinking after work is a struggle to say the least. I only stopped drinking because I started throwing up blood after a weekend of not eating, snorting hella blow, and drinking champagne and tequila.
Honey, stay safe.
My biggest fear is that one day I will say fuck it, abandon all responsibilities, job, apartment, car, etc., drop off my dog with a friend and just disappear, get rid of my phone and end up who knows where, start drinking again and do all of the drugs. I have thought this almost on a daily basis, but I know it's probably just mania / intrusive thoughts. I don't fucking know. I have a therapist, so I should probably bring this up to her. That's it. I'm not good at putting my thoughts into words, so I hope it doesn't sound dumb. It doesn't sound dumb.
It doesn't sound dumb at all.
At all. It sounds very real.
That's really, really fucking incredible that you're 17 days sober.
Honestly.
Especially when like your addiction is like that intense. That's really fucking hard.
Because that is a like very life or death situation. Not that,
You're killing yourself.
Yeah. And it's almost kind of good, I think, right now to like be fueled by that fear because it'll keep you sober.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, the fucking whole thing of like one day at a time, just focus today on not drinking. And the further you get into it, the easier it'll become. But yeah, I hope you take care of yourself, and I hope you find like actual real like peace outside
And that's great that you have a therapist, and like Honk said, definitely go to meetings.
Go to meetings, get a sponsor, fucking all of it. I know some people are like, nah, it doesn't work, but it really does work. Having a community of people who understand you really helps. And being able to call somebody when you feel like you're going to drink really helps.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do relapse, be gentle on yourself. It's a very difficult disease to live with.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you.
Yeah,
And
that was a really good one.
Good luck out there, honey. And that is a very rational fear.
Very well said, Gabby.
Thank you. I'm an intellectual.
You are.
Yeah.
You're what?
An intellectual?
I heard... Never. Okay.
An intellectual.
I didn't hear that. But here's, I think you guys need to take like a deep breath for what I'm about to read.
Okay.
Fear of dolphins, aka rape porpoises.
Oh yeah, because they do rape.
Don't say it like they're, yeah, okay. You would be down with that. Okay. Sup. I can't say the word that you said, so I will not say it.
Was it the N-word?
I have a crippling fear of
yes
dolphins.
Or no? Was it the N-word?
And the ocean. I have known since I was a child, and I didn't enjoy looking at any porpoise or aquatic marine mammals, whatever you prefer to call those freaks. It's funny that I'm reading this because whales and dolphins are two of my favorite things in the world. So this is really funny. Whatever you prefer to call those freaks, they always gave me the chills, and I almost always thought they were I almost always thought they were in the pool, going to grab my ankles and drown me. My first up-close experience was when I was 11. I was surfing and caught a glimpse of one like 15 feet away. I started paddling through the disgusting, murky Huntington Beach garbage water towards the shore, and it swam towards me. All of my friends were stoked. I didn't want to be a bozo and cry, so I said the waves were choppy and I had to go home, paddling in, low-key panicking. The fear grew worse. Oh. I hung up my Roxy wetsuit and sex wax. 2002 was the end of my surfing career.
I love the details. Okay.
Skip to age 13. My mom and stepdad took my sister and I to Hawaii. My stepdad is super cool, so we got us separate rooms and surprised me with a room that had a balcony overlooking the hotel's
It was dolphin themed.
Dolphin tank. They taunted me. They taunted me, making their disgusting noises all night, smelling my fear. The next day, my mom surprised my older sister and I with a swim with the dolphins thing.
No.
Not wanting to be a brat, I agreed.
No.
My family didn't know my fear. I kept it to myself. My sister was 4 times my size, and already tortured me. We got in the water, and I was literally shaking, and finally tears started rolling down my cheeks. The hotel staff was taking professional pictures. No. My sister was up next to its head, smiling, while I was as far as possible holding my pointer finger and thumb out, touching its tail and leaning away. No. Now my family tortures me about it, and everything given to me during the holidays is dolphin related.
No. This is so wretched. We find out people's fears and then we torture them. Oh, it's so
okay. Everything tortures me about it, and everything given to me during the holidays is dolphin related. I can't even eat or touch mushrooms because that's literally what they feel like. Wet mushrooms and cutting into a portobello is probably the same density and texture.
Wow.
Anyway, feel free to Google dolphin rape. Yeah, they'll fuck the shit out of you.
Yeah, we know.
To a dolphin, a hole is a hole, and same with a frat bro.
Yep.
They like getting jerked off too, not fucking down. God's mistake. Hope this email finds you well. Huntington Beach garbage slut.
So yeah,
iconic.
Dolphins do rape.
They do rape. You and I found that out over quarantine, and we like went down like a rabbit hole. Also, dolphins
they can fall in love. They fall in love with humans.
Yes, they can, and also they have very interesting pussies. So
they have very realistic pussies.
Very realistic pussies. You guys should look that up.
Are we allowed to show that on the podcast?
Yes.
Lee?
Lee,
It's a
we're
dolphin
deep in.
pussy.
It's animal.
Pull up a picture of a dolphin pussy because you guys got to see this. It's
you
crazy.
guys gotta see
And for
this.
Lee, probably is going to weirdly get horny because he's going to be like, whoa,
yeah, it's because it's very close to hentai, but
it's very close. Well, it is basically a human pussy, which makes me think that every dolphin is just a human in a dolphin suit.
Oh no!
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, see,
Wait,
but
make a big one. Make it
it's
big.
actually kind of yes, is what it is.
Make it big. I need to see one big picture. It's wild, right?
A big
Look at that one with the hands. Whoa! Look at that fucking pussy, dude.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the one with the hands is very grotesque, but
some results may be explicit. Are we allowed to show this on YouTube? That has
It's
a clit
animals.
and everything.
I know.
Whoa.
And dolphins are also one of the only animals that fuck for pleasure.
Yeah, and otters too.
Mm-hmm.
The poor guy fucking, well, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're so sorry that you had to just see a dolphin pussy.
But also you're welcome.
You're also welcome. Yeah, so wild.
So that's such an interesting fear, but I honestly get it. I think the whole being afraid of sharks thing is so played out. Talk about boring. It's like, oh, okay,
so
blah,
boring.
blah, 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 blah. But
Although you be in the ocean, you see a fucking shark, you'd scramble.
if you're a pussy and you're weak, yeah. So
Lee, real quick, did you know what dolphin pussies look like, or was that your first time seeing one?
That was my first time seeing a dolphin pussy.
not as last. I'll tell you all that. I can see the look in your eyes. Not as last.
B, went to Mexico on a vacation when I was a teenager.
Got raped by a dolphin.
Went to go swim with the dolphins, and I was excited about it. Here, and then got very scared of the dolphins.
Really?
I got very scared of the dolphins because they're not because of raping. They're just the sheer size of their teeth.
Their teeth
Do they
are
have big
huge.
teeth?
Yeah, they do. And they're also so fucking smart. It's so disgusting to keep them.
What kind of teeth do they have? Are they sharp?
They got big fucking animal teeth.
Mm-hmm. Big chumpas.
Cute. Okay. Well, yeah, let me see. Pull up a dolphin tooth. Let's see what this shit looks like.
Dolphin tooth.
Look at those fucking chompers.
Yeah.
Make
big
it.
chompies.
Wait, click on a biggie.
Big chompers.
Oh, yeah, they have like weird little sharp teeth.
But
yeah.
dolphins have also been known to protect
Look at those
humans
things.
when sharks are around.
Dolphins like beat the shit out of sharks, don't they?
Mhm. They do.
Fucking teeth.
They
Yeah.
are wild, man.
Yeah.
God,
So
sea
smart.
animals are so prehistoric looking.
They are.
They're like living
The,
dinosaurs.
the ocean fascinates me.
Yeah, they are. Wow.
Love it.
We got to get a biologist in here.
We do.
Fun fact: dolphins have 80 to 100 teeth. Humans have 32 teeth.
Okay, so
But what if we had as many teeth as dolphins? It's just a natural.
you know who did? Johnny Ramone. He had like 107 teeth.
Yeah, he
He
did.
had a bunch of fucking teeth. 24
Y'all-
hours ago. All right, ready?
I wanna be.
Fears. Mine is actually a common fear, but the easiest to make fun of. Well,
Oh,
is it? Because
let's
we've
go.
had some funny ones today. I have emetophobia, which is a fear of vomiting.
Oh.
I'm not scared of seeing it in person or on TV, but I'm scared of doing it. If I'm nauseous, I have my arsenal of meds and tricks I use to avoid puking. Many emets claim it's not so bad once you do it. It's the nausea that's the worst. Nope, can't relate. It's terrible for me and I feel like I'm dying. I think the big issue for me is that I have sensory issues and anxiety. So not having control over my own body really freaks me out. My phobia took a bad turn now that I'm a mother, but for good reason. I'm a single mother, so of course my kid gets sick from time to time. I keep a mask and gloves on, but I take care of him and cuddle him and comfort him. He freaks out bad when puking, and he fights it so hard I have to restrain him while he gets it out. I assume he hates it for the same reasons I do. My son is autistic and has bad gut issues. When he gets a stomach flu or any GI illness, he goes into a gut shutdown, meaning his intestines and everything stops. Wow.
Oh my God.
He gets insanely sick and we end up admitted into the hospital every time. Last time it happened was the end of February. He ended up in ketoacidosis and we were in the hospital for a week. What is ketoacidosis? We barely made it out of there without a feeding tube in his nose this time. The time before that, he had a feeding tube for a week. So now when my son says, tummy hurts, I immediately go into an internal panic because it can literally kill him. Emmets are very good at not puking. I didn't throw up my whole pregnancy and delivery, didn't puke when I had an ulcer, and didn't puke all the years I had a really bad drinking problem. I don't share any of my emetophobia with any other people unless they have the same fear too. And I've met many people who do. I wish I was just scared of spiders or something. It sucks living every day thinking of what can make you sick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like your fear, like,
Honey, that wasn't that silly. That was actually kind of heavy and sad.
yeah. What is acid?
So it says diabetic ketoacidosis is a serious complication of diabetes that
Oh.
occurs when your body produces a high level of blood acids called ketones.
Whoa.
So I'm assuming it can happen when you're not diabetic as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
The condition develops when your body can't produce enough insulin. So you develop too much high level of blood acid.
Okay. Jesus.
Lee, great job on the looking up. Really.
Did y'all see that? We didn't even say.
didn't even
Lee
say
looked that
it.
up. Lee said, "You know what?
I got this.
You know what?"
I said, what is this? And Lee looked up.
Lee said, "You
come
know
on.
what, ladies? Don't you worry.
So
Don't
here's
you
the thing.
worry."
I've learned my lesson.
When you scream at people for not doing the right thing, they remember because
Yeah.
they live in
They
constant
do remember.
fear.
And also, I just want to say,
That's how I
shout out
grew
to
up.
everyone that publicly
No,
shamed
Lee.
That's
Lee.
how I learned.
No, yeah, honestly,
I
me
learned
too.
everything in my whole life.
Being screamed at.
Oh, okay, Lee, don't get sad because you're gonna make me scream at you again. Because, anyways, thank you, Lee, and thank you for sharing that fucked up story. Vomiting is scary and it feels bad, so I don't think that's that outlandish to have that fear.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's that other fear of like, and this is a very common one, trichnophobia or whatever, where it's like a bunch of like circles or something.
Like the fear of holes.
Yeah, fear of holes.
Yeah, like honeycombs.
Which is a
Yeah.
weird thing to fear, but then you see.
Interesting. So you can eat Swiss
Have you
cheese.
seen it before?
No, I've never heard of this until just now.
Lee, do your thing. It's crazy because like
What was the word for it again?
it's like terrachnophobia or something. Yeah, and it's a weird thing because
could be us on this podcast.
I heard about it and I was like, that's not that weird. And then I see pictures and I'm like, I could see how that could freak you out. It, like,
Really?
It's not a phobia, but I could see how if you looked at it long enough, you'd start to get like
trypophobia.
yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Isn't that
Okay,
weird?
yeah, I don't really like that. But see,
Yeah, it's like not a great
Can you
image
see it?
yeah.
because it like reminds you of like an infection or like eggs. Like
Oh,
something,
I didn't like the green one. Maybe okay, I didn't like that actually.
Really?
I don't want to look at that anymore.
right. It like
I don't like the skin ones.
the skin ones are gross. Yeah,
See,
because
the skin ones doesn't bother me. It's
Or,
the
like, on the
it's the other
tongue?
things.
yeah, yeah, because it looks.
Oh, whatever that green thing is, I hate
It's a
that.
plant.
Yeah,
That's a plant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
because it looks like an
displeasing.
infection. That's why it's so weird
The
looking.
back of the head. Oh no.
No,
Yeah.
no. Okay, we get it. We get it.
Okay, so
Fuck no.
now we've triggered a new fear in honker.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay, now if you were to ask me moths between that green thing,
Mhm.
I don't fucking know.
Really?
I can't believe it was the skin, the plant one.
The plant. I don't
It's
like
like
it. Don't like it.
blueberries.
Don't even want to talk about it. Okay, howdy honks and Lee. I've been listening to the podcast for a while now, and after seeing this prompt, I had to email y'all about my insane irrational fear. I don't know why I'm reading it like that. For the last 3 years, I've had an irrational fear of losing all my teeth to the point of if I can't eat it without having to bite into it, I won't even bother. Both my mom
Wait,
and my
hold on. If I can't eat it,
wait, losing all my teeth to the point of if I can't eat it without having to bite into it, I won't even bother.
like a smoothie or something,
If I can't eat it without having to, why can I not understand what
I can't either. Like applesauce. Like
Wait.
you can only eat things that you can bite into. Is that what he's saying?
Wait,
You're
I'm going to
saying?
read it again, and this time we're really going to understand. Lee, I really hope that you understand what this is. What
I
he's saying.
don't at all.
I wish I was dead. Okay, and also it's a girl. Okay, for the last 3 years, I've had an irrational fear of losing all my teeth to the point of if I can't eat it without having to bite into it, I won't even bother.
So they have to be able to bite into it.
No. It's the opposite. So he's afraid of losing his teeth. It's
Yeah.
a man.
It's a girl.
It's so
I don't know why I
she's-
called her a dude.
She's afraid of losing her teeth.
Uh-huh.
So when she bites something hard, she's afraid it's gonna knock her teeth out or crack her teeth.
Okay, so you're like a soup girl,
Yeah.
smoothie girl.
Yeah. So
Isn't
soft,
that wild?
Soft food only.
how like we reread it like 15 times.
And each time
and it
didn't
was
make
getting
sense.
more and more confusing. But now I see what you're saying. Thanks, Lee.
Yeah.
Producer Lee, kicking ass. Both my mom and my sister are of the toothless variety.
Whoa, really?
What? They give off big people of Walmart vibes. Stop. It's incredibly irrational because
funny.
It's incredibly irrational because I'm very anal about my oral hygiene, but it's something I think about daily. That is so interesting. Wow.
Is that the full thing?
Yeah, that's the full thing.
Give off big people of Walmart vibes.
That's so okay. So but see, this is also like we're seeing where her fucking fear comes from. That's really
Yeah.
So okay, so is it having your teeth fall out, or is it being like your mom and your toothless sister?
Right. Uh-oh.
But honestly, my front two teeth are fake, and I always get afraid that I'm going to knock them out. But it sounds like you are a perfect tooth queen. So keep flossing, girl. I think you're good.
Yeah, keep flossing. Have you seen that woman on TikTok? Yes, you have.
Yeah, because you sent her to me.
Who pulls out her teeth?
Wait.
Oh, my God.
But she's like super hot, and then she like does her makeup, and you're like, whoa! And then she like takes all of her makeup off and takes her dentures out, and you're like,
with makeup on. Without makeup on, she looks. I don't know.
She looks like a witch.
Maybe I'm fucking canceled for that.
No, because she looks like the witch in Snow White, with the apple, and then she puts her fucking teeth in, and you're like, whoa, okay, supermodel.
We had a phase where we were sending this to my brother a lot.
Isn't it crazy that if you like get your teeth removed, how much your face sinks in?
Yes.
It's so weird.
Well, it's also amazing how, like, if you take one thing off from your face, how fucking gnarly you look. Like, look at people without eyebrows.
I was going to say.
Bizarre.
So weird.
Bizarre. Yeah. Pretty weird.
But then you look at people without wrinkles and you're like, I want to look like you.
Did anyone else just get really tired? I just got really tired and like
so interesting how that works
and kind of bored.
It's like you look at people with perfect, like no wrinkles.
Lee, can you hear
pores,
something right now?
And you're like, what?
I can't hear anyone.
So beautiful.
Can we? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can't hear.
Well, and then it's crazy because like if you have alopecia,
crazy boring,
then you get fucking socked up for
socked up. What's socked up?
You get hit. You get socked up.
If you
get socked up, homie.
Don't ever say that again.
Well, because I was making a reference to the whole.
Yeah, it was backwards.
It was backwards.
It was backwards.
Yeah, I'll go fuck myself.
Thank you, and let us know when you're done, and then let's read the next story.
Let's go.
And starting now.
Well, here's actually the thing. You guys are lucky because I think today we got through.
I know. I just have one more. Okay, so this one is. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically this person's afraid of babies and kids. That most kids grow up with baby dolls or baby alives. I don't know what that means and stuff like that, but I fucking hate kids.
It's like a type of doll that like blinks and shits.
Oh, and it says strollers, but I'm British. Oh, you're Brit. Okay.
What they're called? What are they called? The strollers in England. They're called
dolls and prams, baby dolls and prams. Yeah. I'm scared of a lot of weird shit, but here's my main one. Okay, fuck, I'm just gonna read it. Okay. Okay, yeah, baby prams, aka strollers, but you're British, baby alives and stuff like that. But I fucking hate kids, not just having them. I'm afraid of them fully. They shit, eat, and piss, and eat, and they judge. Babies fucking judge. They smell and are sticky. Hate kids and the havoc that they reap on you. Nightmare fuel. Straight up from a fucking saw trap, if you ask me. Ripping one's pussy from the top to tail is not on my list of to-dos. Thank you very much, XOXO. And then you can't fuck or sleep and exist like you want to for like 18 years. I know that's right. Heike have a phobia of being pregnant as well, just because it's a parasite. It freaks me out. Birth is weird. I wish we just laid eggs, dude. Honestly, amen. Thank you for reading. You're welcome. Sorry, I just read that like a robot. I don't know what's going on with me. I just shut down emotionally, and I don't know what that was. Okay.
You wish we just laid eggs?
They do. They wish we laid eggs. And then someone wrote me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 paragraphs. So honey with love and light.
Oh, God.
Don't have time to read all that. I read it. So just take solace in the fact that I read it. Okay. But we're not going to do that. So I'll just read the last paragraph, which says, but basically my whole life, I've been shaping and reshaping my body and my mind and my spirit. I've been taking risks with identity, with other spirits, and with substances. I guess my biggest fear is going fucking insane because I'm following this breadcrumb trail into some very weird territory, because all of the paragraphs are about taking like drugs and coke and opioids and psychedelics. And so
Been there.
we know Lee's been there. Lee's currently there right now. But so okay. Yeah, you know, just
Lee's eyes are glazed over.
It can be a scary place, man. It's fucking weird.
It can be fucking weird.
Isn't it crazy that our minds are like the scariest thing of all?
Yeah.
Like in all of these fears too, it's like your mind is making things so much scarier than they actually are.
Yes. No, it's so true.
Our minds are a prison of fear.
Our minds create our own reality. And so that's also why you have to just try so hard to, like, if your brain is this good at like imagining dark shit, like you have to try and like get control of it so it can harness the good shit.
It's a great point.
Thank you.
It's also like how, you know, like some people's biggest fears too, you know, are, you know, dying alone, dying, fucking never finding love, you know, all of those kinds of things. And it's crazy how that is also just all in your own head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I guess it's a real fear, but it's also like fear
Real
carries as much weight as you give it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I guess, you know, and my real biggest fear as an adult would be never making it with my career and never making any money.
Yeah.
But I think the money thing is just like, that's capitalism driven fear.
I mean, is it though? Like, you want to have a family, like, you know, I like to an extent.
I at least
like,
want to be able to pay my fucking bills without, you know.
Every single month, Honk and I always laugh about this, but every single month,
We're
it
like,
doesn't
what are
matter
we
how
doing?
much, like how many shows or whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
Every single month around that same time, we're always like, yeah, rent's going to be late again. Oh, okay. Doodly dee.
But then we always talk about too. So we'll have like a few moments of spiraling. And then it's like, you just have to be like, I mean, it's not the only thing that's in my control is how I let myself feel about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, and I guess it is, you know, money is in your control in a way. Like I could be better with my money. I could put it away and not spend it on fucking Botox and tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in a way that's also like me creating my own reality of fear, right? So I'm like spending money with also knowing that like it's going to cause me stress and anxiety because I'm not putting it aside, right?
Yeah.
So I'm creating my own fear. But all of that is
we are in control of more than we think we are.
Right. We really are. And most things are not that scary.
Also, going back to the first story we read today, I know I was being facetious, but also like maybe get a dog or get like an alarm system for, you know, like do certain things to like help you be at peace.
Right.
Like focus on what you can control.
Fucking meditate, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. Maybe go live with a roommate. I'm a person that I like to live with people.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, most of our fear, if not all of it, is dictated by our own minds.
I'm scared of snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the snake down on Hollywood Boulevard. When the dude, you don't know the dude with the fucking snake.
No, I don't
There's
spend a
dude
lot of
that
time on
walks
Hollywood
fucking
Boulevard.
Down, so.
All right, if you guys want to come find
Lee lives in a dumpster on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yes. There's a dude that fucking walks up and down fucking Hollywood Boulevard with a fucking snake on his shoulders, and I literally like cross the street. I can't handle it.
Really?
Yeah. I can't do snakes.
Unfortunately, I wish you did not tell me that because now
Fuck you.
I
Fuck
have
you.
a very intense desire
To bring snakes over?
to bring snakes, and I'm gonna fight that urge.
Fake snakes are fine.
Here's
but
the
like
thing.
real
Did you
It's-
watch Snakes on a Plane? And if you did, how did you feel about it?
I didn't watch it actually.
Because you were fear of because of your fear of
because
snakes.
It looked like a dumb fucking movie.
Okay, well you're wrong because it's a fucking good movie.
No, it's actually pretty bad. But so,
Okay, well you're also fucking wrong because it's a good movie.
hey, Honk.
Hey, honk.
I think I'm about emotionally done here. So
We've gotten to
someone
the-
did ask for advice. We're going to answer that on the Patreon. And also, if you guys are writing in advice for the live show, remember, please put live show advice or live show secrets so we do not burn through it before the show.
We cannot wait to do the live show. We are also going to have one in San Diego. We just got booked. I forgot the date, blah, blah, blah.
July 14th?
I believe it's July 14th. tentatively that is what's happening because I texted the booker the other day and he never wrote back. But
yeah. Well, then why did we even promote that?
Hey,
Obsessed. Okay, so June 3rd.
because it could happen.
Okay, enough of that. June 3rd is what is actually happening, and
June 3rd at Third Wheel Hollywood.
yeah.
Bring your secrets, bring your advice, bring your pussies and badussies.
Bring your pussies, bring your bussies, bring your schlongs, bring your fucking Barbies if that's how you roll. I don't know.
Bring your dolphins, bring your oversized staplers.
Yes. Bring your genital warts.
Bring your snakes. Bring your balloons.
Yes. Bring your, if you look like Harley Quinn, please come. My dad will
bring a bucket of
love
moths.
it. My dad will be there. Gabby's dad might be there. I don't know.
I don't want him there.
Okay. He will come now, definitely. And that's kind of that.
June 3rd.
June 3rd.
9 p.m. at Third Wheel Hollywood.
I'm going to piss my fucking pants, so I got to go.
Okay.
Okay.
I say the things real quick.
Bye.
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 Okay, I have to pee.
You guys, here's the thing. You can't say that we're not funny.